Personal log, Lieutenant Corey Astor, stardate 57425.1. Ensign Barrett and I are assisting the Starship Aldrin on their terraforming mission near the Briar Patch. Your preparations were comprehensive, Captain Hardin. You're clear to begin full isolytic scans.
Finally. Ladies and gentlemen, the water's broke, so let's get busy and deliver this baby. Just as I hoped. Rajek 6 is perfect.
You might want to take a look at this, Captain.
What now, Lieutenant?
I'm reading an anomaly here. I almost missed it, but there's an almost negligible energy surge localized at one point, not far beneath the planet's surface.
Lieutenant, one little energy surge? Particles of pre-animate matter are commonly found on a Class L's biomatrix.
I'm sorry, Captain, but don't you find it odd that this planet's perfect complexion has just one little blemish?
Lieutenant, there is nothing alive on this planet. A difference that makes no difference is no difference.
Captain, the isolytic scans triggered something that didn't appear to be there before. I cannot ignore this.
Very well. Our sensors are at your disposal, Mr. Astor. Can you at least be quick about it?
Barrett, please recalibrate the sensors.
Sensors are detecting a low-power energy field. A deflector screen integrated into the walls of a cavern just below the surface.
I'm getting organic readings on the other side of that deflector screen.
Life?
No, not alive. Organic remains. They're humanoid.
I'm running DNA scans. Corey, I think they're Bajoran. I'm reading nearly 1,000 bodies, men, women, children. There are also readings of massive amounts of phaser burns throughout the entire cavern.
I don't understand. What are Bajoran bodies doing here?
But during the Cardassian occupation of their home world, millions of Bajorans lived in refugee camps on worlds throughout this sector.
But this world has never been able to support life. I don't get it.
That cavern was never meant for the living. It's a mass grave.
A mass grave, Admiral? Bajor is in an uproar. Everything we've accomplished in protracted negotiations with the Cardassians is now in peril.
Minister Ozan, I assure you that your Cardassian counterparts are just as alarmed by this discovery as we are.
Oh, you'll forgive me, Admiral, if I doubt the tone of Cardassia's alarm.
The Cardassian Central Command notified Starfleet this morning that they're sending a team of their own military scientists to assist in the investigation.
A face-saving measure at best. And to what end? Who else would have slaughtered those Bajorans but Cardassians?
Thanks to DNA data gathered by Lieutenant Astor, We now have positive identification on most Bajorans found on Rajik 6.
Who were they?
Refugees of Cardassia's occupation of Bajor some 35 years ago. One was a Bajoran of some note.
Vedic Ro Danar, one of Bajor's greatest spiritual leaders. For years, he defied the Cardassians to lead missions of mercy to refugee camps throughout the sector. No one ever knew what happened to him. Now we do. The Cardassians murdered him.
Minister, please. I assure you we will get to the bottom of this. Our officers are already on site investigating.
Commodore, this investigation has all the makings of a whitewash. While no one questions Starfleet's objectivity, the Council of Ministers would feel more comfortable if a Bajoran participated in the investigation.
Did you have someone in mind?
I understand a descendant of the Vedics currently serves aboard one of your ships here.
My great-grandfather. Everyone assumed that Cardassians killed him. I guess they were right.
My condolences, Ensign. I've been ordered to send a starship to assist in Aster's investigation. As you can imagine, this is a tense diplomatic situation. The Cardassians have also dispatched a forensic team.
Cardassian, sir?
What can they possibly hope to accomplish?
If you ask Minister Roseanne, they're hoping to mitigate the blame being heaped upon them. Our job is to ensure that all the facts get out. Elizabeth, I'll have to borrow a few of your people for a little while longer. I'm dispatching the Antietam to oversee the investigation.
Yes, sir.
As for you, Ensign, Minister Roseanne has specifically asked that you lead our field team.
Aye, sir.
Dismissed. He's angry.
Yes, sir.
Given the delicate nature of relations between Bajor and Cardassia, everyone needs to be on their best diplomatic behavior.
Aldrin to away team.
Aster here, Captain.
The Cardassian science team has arrived. They insist on beaming down to the planet immediately.
Acknowledged.
Gentlemen, I'm Gul Desset for the Cardassian Second Order. My second, Glim Batras. Science Officer Hanar.
I'm Lieutenant Corey Aster, and this is my colleague, Ensign Andrew Barrett.
Junior officers.
I know our presence here is awkward. However, I assure you that we are here to acknowledge whatever role the military may have played in this tragedy. The Cardassian Union is still recovering from the Dominion War. We can ill afford to antagonize anyone now, especially Bajor. So, shall we get to work?
Personal log, stardate 57457.6. Our joint investigation is well underway as we await the arrival of the Antietam from Deep Space 12. You're very thorough, Hanar.
I appreciate the compliment, Lieutenant, but not thorough enough. Look at these ratings. Rajik is a Class L world. It cannot support life. And yet there's a breathable atmosphere in that cavern. We have to find out why.
You won't give up until you find the answers, will you?
Would you?
I guess we have that in common.
More than you know, Lieutenant.
Why is this mission so important to you?
My people have a lot to answer for here, Lieutenant Aster.
Please, call me Corey.
Corey, in the final days of the Dominion War, I lost my entire family. All of them. Why, I asked myself. Why did Cardassia choose to ally itself with the Dominion? The Federation, the Klingons, even the Bajorans all have beaten us because we have the wrong priorities.
I lost my family too. against the Borg.
Then you understand. We cannot grow until we have faced the past. My people need to understand the consequences of our obsession with conquest. This tragedy, this crime, can help us do that.
Then we have a lot of work to do, don't we? The mystery boils down to two things. What were the Bajorans doing on a lifeless planet, and who killed them?
Isn't it obvious? The Cardassians slaughtered them, just like they did thousands of other refugees.
Lieutenant, how cooperative have the Cardassians been in your investigation so far?
They behaved as part of a team, fully cooperative, especially Officer Hanar. He is a thorough investigator.
Thank you for your report, Lieutenant. Let's all reconvene tomorrow at 0700 in the transporter room. We'll meet with the Cardassian team aboard the Aldrin. I'll try to find out what I can from Gul Dukat. That will be all.
Is there something wrong?
You're my best friend.
Yeah.
Tell me why you, my best friend, and Esther are so chummy with the Cardassians. And who's this Hanar anyways?
Hanar is the junior officer on the team, but he's also the hardest worker. I think Aster thinks he... Nevin, you aren't jealous of Aster in here, are you?
No. Me and Esther are just friends. And it's not about me and Esther. It's about Cardassia. Trying to escape accountability for its massacre of 1,000 Bajoran men, women, and children. Of my great-grandfather, a man who died helping others. Excuse me.
Good morning, Nevin. May we join you?
You can have the whole table. I've suddenly lost my appetite.
I'll be right back. Nevin.
Corey, why is this Cardassian on the ship? Why is he here so early in the morning? Did he stay here last night?
We were working late, rerunning sensor logs through the Antietam's more extensive database.
I'll see you at the briefing.
Gul Dukat?
Good morning, Commander.
May I be blunt?
Of course, Commander.
I'd like to understand why you're here. Why are you and your team so anxious to participate in this investigation when you must know that the Cardassian Union will be blamed for this massacre?
Cardassia has paid a dear price for choosing the wrong sides in wars over the past century, Commander. It has become clear that Cardassia's prosperity and recovery are bound up with the fates of Bajor and the Federation.
Our future demands that Cardassia hold itself accountable for its past wrongdoings.
Well, now that everyone is clear as to the nobility of their intentions, we have surveys to complete on Rajik. So you can proceed with transporting the remains to Bajor.
Very well.
How long has Lieutenant Aster served with you?
About 2 years. We met investigating another doomed terraforming mission.
In our short time together, I've come to admire his competence and dedication.
Well, you're a good judge of character, Hanar. Aster's a proficient engineer and a fine officer. Other than the fact that the generator has almost drained its power cells, it's still fully functional. Well, we're due back aboard the Antietam for a briefing. We should get going.
I'm reading small differences in the composition of the rock on either side of the shield. Can't explain them.
I have to hand it to you. Your sensor specifications are comprehensive. I would have never thought to examine these walls in this way.
I'm not letting the Cardassians get away with anything here. Are you attracted to Hanner?
I like him, Nevin. I admire his passionate pursuit of the truth. And besides, the status of our own relationship remains less than clear.
Gentlemen, the other away teams are reporting back to the Antietam.
Fine. I'll meet you at the BMAP point. Rudder Aster, wake up, Corey.
Aster here.
Corey, I need to see you right away.
Nevin, it's the middle of the night.
It's important. Meet me in transporter room 3 in 10 minutes.
Okay. 10 minutes. Transporter room 3. I'll be there. I have to go. Please go back to sleep.
You love him, don't you?
We'll talk in the morning, okay? Okay, why are we here?
You're the terraforming expert, and I've got some sensor readings I want your opinion on.
This is why you dragged me out of bed?
I've been up all night recalibrating the sensors. Scan the rock wall here.
How did you find this? The recalibration shows almost imperceptible traces of protomatter. Not in the rock itself, but suspended in the shield matrix.
What would protomatter be doing here?
Protomatter was a dangerous and ultimately doomed terraforming technology, abandoned by the Federation, the Klingons, and even the Cardassians nearly a century ago.
We had been concentrating so much on the geological analysis, I realized we hadn't thoroughly examined the deflector field itself.
We might never have found this if it were not for you. If we had discovered this gravesite a few weeks later, the shield generator's fuel cells would have fully depleted, and the protomatter traces would have vanished.
We should look more closely at the shield generator.
Hanar!
What are you doing here?
You know why I'm here, Ensign Rowe. Believe it or not, I'm just as interested as you are in protecting your ancestors' good name. Gul Dukat spoke the truth earlier. Bajor and Cardassia's destinies are intertwined. News about who Vedek Rowe really was might doom that future.
You found something in the programming. Give me the tricorder now.
I've decrypted a message embedded in the code. It's your great-grandfather, Vedek Rowe.
My name is Vedek Rowe Denar. I am the last Bajoran alive on Rajik 6. This beautiful world once promised shelter to the refugees who discovered it by accident. It also sheltered some kind of terraforming research facility run by the Cardassians. I don't know what they were hiding here, but when I arrived, they captured me immediately. For years, the Cardassians had turned a blind eye to my missions of mercy. I had proved useful to them. But now the Bajorans who will share this mass grave with me have paid the price for my betrayal. I faced a difficult choice. Abandon so many of my people to despair and hunger, or compromise those few who resisted the Cardassian occupation. With Federation forces advancing on the sector, the Cardassians here have worked to eliminate all traces of their research on this world. This world that only they and the Bajorans knew to be habitable. So they had to eliminate us as well. The Overseer ordered everyone killed. And I had to watch. He was amused by the notion of leaving me to die in some final terraforming experiment that would leave Rajik 6 completely lifeless. A mute testament to what had once lived here. And died. I am resigned to justice for my betrayal, but my countrymen deserve better. I pray that this deflector mechanism will shield this gravesite to be discovered someday in the future. May the prophets forgive me for what I have done. I beg them to bring peace and freedom to Bajor once again.
It can't be true. It's a forgery. My great-grandfather would never betray his people like this.
It doesn't matter, Ensign Ro. No one needs to know about this message. Its discovery would only harm relations Bajor and Cardassia are trying to build.
You, a Cardassian, is trying to preserve my ancestors' reputation for the sake of our two worlds. Why?
Some Cardassians have finally learned the value of peace over conquest. Join me, Ensign Ro. Let's delete this message from the programming code. For the sake of your great-grandfather. For the sake of both our peoples.
Ro, what are you doing? Hanar, I admire your intentions, but lasting peace cannot be built on a foundation of lies. We have a duty to report truthfully what happened here. Please, give me the tricorder.
Cardassia needs to accept all the responsibility for what happened here. Vedic Ro was as much a victim as anyone else here. Our findings, without this message, can lead us further to reconciliation.
This is not our place to make this decision. Please, give me the tricorder.
He was my great-grandfather. Those were my people, too.
And my people. It is our place.
I'm sorry. Both of you. Please, give me the tricorder.
Corey, I care about you. But I cannot do that.
Please. The tricorder.
Why is your duty so important? What good can come? Wait a minute. You two didn't know about the message when you beamed down here. You came for another reason. What was it?
Corey!
Throw your phaser away, Ensign, now!
Petros, what are you doing?
I'm paying more attention than you are. Our Starfleet colleagues have made a very different discovery than you have. One far more important than the last words of a superstitious Bajoran cleric.
You've known all along about the research facility on this planet. You knew about the cover-up, that the Bajorans were killed to protect your secret protomatter experiments on this world.
That's far enough. This is not about Cardassia's past, Ensign Ro. It's about our future. With the devastation of the Dominion War, our future depends upon resources from new colony worlds. And we're too poor to conquer them. And so we will create them with this new protomatter technology. Your discovery here would alert the Federation before we were ready to continue with our plan.
Ro, I assure you that I knew nothing about this. Nor do I believe that our Central Command is fully aware of it.
Enough from you! The stakes are too high now for me to allow these Starfleet voles to interfere. You two are going to have an unfortunate accident. This ancient equipment will malfunction. A power overload. The final evidence of our research here will be vaporized. And so will you. Hanar, it's time to go.
Glenn Petros, I cannot allow you to proceed with your plan.
Are you truly this foolish and naive? You even beamed down here unarmed. You have no way to stop me. I'll give you a choice. Follow me, or you can die here with your lover and the Bajoran. What What will it be, Anar?
I will not join you.
Foolish and naive.
Very well then. Give me the tricorder.
Nevin, the overload. Aster to Antietam, medical emergency. We need a B-mount.
Stand by away, team. We're trying to get a lock on you now.
Trust me. My people will change.
He's dead, Corey. I'm sorry.
This is an outrage. Once again, Cardassia works to hide its guilt. Slaughtered Bajorans, illegal scientific experiments, espionage.
Minister, I assure you that Glenn Betros will be prosecuted to the full extent of Cardassian law. And spare me your self-righteousness. There's plenty of guilt to go around. Your own revered Vedic Ro was complicit in the deaths of many Bajorans.
This conversation is pointless. I must recommend suspending negotiations between Bajor and the Cardassian Union.
This incident on Rajik 6 has clearly opened all the wounds that we all had hoped were healed after the war. I will recommend to the Federation Council that they facilitate a cooling-off period. I regret it has come to this.
Admiral, may I say something?
Of course, Ensign.
We've all lost something on Rajik 6. Vedic Rodanar was my great-grandfather. A man I grew up believing was a true and good man. A man my people loved and believed in as well. He dedicated his life to services of the prophets and to his people. Today I learned something. He's not the person I thought he was. I've lost my treasured memories of honor and respect, but I have also gained respect, admiration, and trust for a Cardassian that I thought I hated, who sacrificed his life for peace between his people and his sworn enemies. After today, you diplomats and officers will do what you think you must. So will I. I plan to tell Cardassians and Bajorans alike that I still have hope, that I believe in a future where we'll stand together in peace and trust.